This lesson is on how to use the vernier calipers to make some length measurement. So this is actually a vernier calipers. It has few parts over here, and this is the main scale, and this is the vernier scale. We'll combine the reading of the main scale and vernier scale to find the measurement of an object. So these are some jaws to measure the outer dimension. These are the inner jaws to measure the inner dimensions, and this is a stem to measure the depth. For vernier calipers, you can measure up to 0.01 centimeter, or if you use mm to express, it's 0.1 mm. So let's just use a simulation to help you to understand. Okay, so if you want to measure external object, okay, you can just place it over here. You just open up the jaw to try to measure. Okay, so we try to measure. So this is how you measure open. This generally you try to measure the length of the object, or you can measure internal diameter. So you can just place it on top, and you can open up, and you can measure the internal diameter, or you can measure the depth, okay, of an object. So if let's say you have a cylinder, you want to measure how deep is the depth, you can just extend it in, and you can measure the depth of it. So right now we'll just take the external measurement to measure. So you can open up the jaw, place the object in, align, and you just close it in. So how do you measure the length of the object in this case? So what you need to do is to first of all look at the top, the main scale. So this one is actually measurement in mm. So this is 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm. The first thing you need to do is to very carefully, okay, I'll just zoom it in. So you can see that first of all we have to get the larger number, which is 10, this is 11, 12, 13, 14, and at the 0 is actually 15. So you find that this is actually 15 mm. Okay, but as I mentioned before, the smallest measurement is actually 0.1 mm. So there's still something, length of this is not 15 mm, but rather it is 15 point something. And how do we know that to find that point something? Is actually just looking at the vernier scale. What that vernier scale is arranged to 0 to 9. What we are looking out for is a line that is aligned vertically to the main scale. So if we look very carefully, okay, this seems to be very close, but if we zoom it in, so obviously this is not aligned, this is not aligned, this is not aligned, this is roughly aligned. Okay, and you look at other options, you realize that the other options are also not aligned. So actually the most aligned is this 3. So you find that it is actually 15.3. Okay, so if you look carefully, let's see whether is it correct. 15.3. Okay, yes, we have the right answer. So that is how you measure the object or to obtain the scale, by looking on top first, and then after that adding the below. Okay, let's just have some practice. Let's see if you can do it. So if you have something like this, but do take note that sometimes your vernier calipers is in measurement in centimeter, so but it's actually exactly the same. Instead of 15 mm, it is 1.5 centimeter. Okay, if you do a conversion. As I mentioned, it is a main scale and vernier scale. The reading is actually main scale plus the vernier scale. Let's just do a little bit of practice. Measurement, okay, or this length. Okay, first thing, remember it is 1, and look at the 0, so it is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Okay, so it is 1.4 something. So let's just look at all this scale and which one is seems to be the closest, and in this case again it is this, so it is 1.4, 1, 2, 3. So this is 1.43 centimeter. Okay, I leave you the last one. Okay, can you try it on your own? What is the reading for this reading? Okay, right now I shall show you the answer. Okay, if you have 2.67, okay, that will be correct. Okay, so that's all for now for this reading of vernier calipers.